First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and everyone else those great millstone while I learned his truth. And also to those elect that is scattered abroad, I like to say Shalom. And come back here today with another great powerful lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the type of day lesson is it's right around the corner. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So I have a quick news article here, a Google search by Watcher Guru. And it reads, it said, BRICS announced new blockchain-based crypto payment system. Let's get a little bit more. It said, BRICS member Russia announced the creation of a new blockchain-based payment system on Tuesday. The blockchain and cryptocurrency-based payment mechanism will be an independent system for trade settlements. The new BRIC payment system will position itself as a alternative option to the U.S. dollar. So we already know it's right in our favor, de-dollarization of the dollar. So we already knowing that these BRIC nations is on the rise. Also, it's rumors that they're going to start this new payment system in April, but it has not been confirmed. But we know we're going to measure the time diligently. So we seeing that these nations are constantly, all around the world, constantly turn against Babylon Great America. So we seeing all these things are lining up, and also, see blockchain technology. So we already know that this new system, this new currency is going to be digital. So everything is getting ready to go digital, whether you want it to happen or not, whether you believe or not. So these things are right around the corner. A lot of people saying this is not going to happen, that is not going to happen. So we're seeing that the BRIC nations on the rise. We already knowing that more members are joining pretty much, increasing. They are increasing their numbers pretty much every other day. Someone is wanting to join. There's already rumors of Mexico, also Japan, Argentina. What is that? United Emirates, and many others are trying to join this BRIC alliance. So they want to be done with the dollar. They don't want that control of the petrodollar or the fiat currency. They don't want any dealings with America anymore. So we already know this is getting ready to be the takedown of America. So the hammer of the whole earth is getting ready to be totally destroyed. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. And also we know that the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is very close. So we seeing these nations of what is on the rise. They got this alliance. You see it right here. You see them all got the hand in hand together. We seeing that the heathens are raging. Said the BRIC new payment system based on blockchain. So blockchain, that 5G, also 6G technology is getting ready to come into play. It's going to be dealing with your digital IDs. We constantly sound like a broken record, but these are the times we're dealing with. Said, man, I'm telling you, man. It says here, man, you see it's a track of global dominance. So right here at the end right there, I don't want to go into it too much because I got a video to bring it out. It said right here at the end right there, it said a new track of global dominance. I just want to get that little part out, but we seeing that they're on the move. So we already knowing that this the end of the dollar is coming very soon. So the dollar is getting ready to be obsolete. So the way that you are buying and selling right now is in a transition. We're seeing that it's happening right before these QR codes, these universal product codes are getting ready to come into play. We seeing it's already set up. We seeing that these things are coming upon us. Also in the news once again is that it's rumors that the government is going to sell the Northeast gasoline supply reserve. So we already know all this things that happen, you will own nothing and be happy. So they trying to do away with gasoline vehicles. So we seeing we're not ignorant of Satan device. We foresee the evil that is coming. We knowing that, all hell is getting ready to break loose, even though that will sound like a broken record, but these are the times that we're living in. Right here, it's right in front of our face, it constantly, you can do a quick Google search, it's right here why the opportunity is now before they shut this internet down. You already know that it talks about banning TikTok. Also we've been having a lot of, once again, communication disruption. So I was going to go into another lesson, but the Lord led me right back here, because this is where we at. One thing about it is that you will be well warned. The warning before what? Destruction. In the middle, Lord, we're standing on our watch, and we're staying on fire for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So the title of today's lesson, once again, is say it's right around the corner. So let's get a quick precept. And after the precept, we will start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified. Let's go here. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 32 said, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh." Verse 33, "So likewise when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors." Verse 34 said, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled." So we know that it's at the door. What is at the door? These prophecy, that set measure. We seeing that it's no more divination. I mean, no more delaying. We seeing things are manifest. It's being more and more clear. The Lord is getting ready to execute what? Judgment. We seeing that these prophecies are constantly rolling left and right. And so we said summer is nigh. That is what? The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. This fast approach. So we know that we're very near. Our salvation is at the door. We seeing it happening right before our prophecy, event after event. Things are constantly picking up. We're very excited. So now let's go here to start today's video. And once again, after the videos, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
You should be prepared for this scenario to happen at a moment's notice. Picture a day, not too far off, where you wake up, you turn on the news, and you see that banks are in trouble, with some maybe even failing. People start panicking. They remove the money from their investments because they no longer have faith in the U.S. economy. A snowball effect happens as panic spreads like wildfire, and suddenly banks are faced with the reality that they have significant asset losses as a result of rising treasury yields. When people are racing to withdraw their money from the banks are trying to sell off their assets, but they are discovering that they can only be sold at a huge loss, if at all. Fear grabs you, and you realize that you have to do something fast. You grab your keys, you jump in your car, you go down the street to your bank, but you are devastated to see that there's already a line of cars doing the exact same thing. What you don't know is that during that time, your bank actually already failed.
I want to briefly speak about what's happening in Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank.
While you're waiting in line in your car, you get a notification that says that your bank is doing a bail-in. You don't know what that means, but you hope for the best. Maybe it's something good. But in reality, as you read on, you realize that the FDIC, the people who are supposed to protect you and insure your money, are taking your money and using it to make the banks whole again. What do you do next?
Joining me. Today, the BRICS bloc announced that it will work on creating a payment system that is based on blockchain and digital technologies. This new system will settle trades and transactions, and it will effectively become an alternative option to the United States dollar. The move is going to be absolutely crucial in helping the bloc trade in local currencies, and it will help them reduce their reliance on the dollar, of course. This is yet another step towards de-dollarizing. The blockchain system is going to be part of the BRICS financial system that will allow the member countries to completely avoid using any of the Western transfer systems, such as the SWIFT, for example. The BRICS announced that the system will be available to countries, to businesses, and even to people. The announcement underscored that they do want the system to be completely free of politics, of course referring to Western economic sanctions here. You may recall that I shared an overview of all 2024 BRICS bloc plans in a recent video. One of the main goals this year is to facilitate BRICS countries' monetary transitions, and this is precisely what we're seeing here. Yuri Ushakov, who is a Russian diplomat, presidential aide, and one of the BRICS representatives, said that they are working to develop what's referred to as the contingent reserve arrangement. So they're working on a reserve that will, in theory, back the currency. So their currency is likely not going to be fiat. This agreement between all BRICS countries will lay out the system regarding the use of local currencies. So we're definitely starting to see the bloc go beyond just planning. They're actually starting to execute their plans. And you may also recall that Russia is the chair of the BRICS bloc this year, so the news will likely be announced by the Russian side. And there is no timeline that we know of anyway at this point in time of when the new BRICS blockchain system will be launched. But if you recall, the BRICS summit is scheduled for October of this year, and it will take place in Kazan. So it might be safe to assume that by that point in time, this new system will be either ready to be launched, or we will find out more about the timeline then. Besides the blockchain and
So we're seeing that we're very close. It's right around the corner. You know, we knowing that these prophecies are constantly speaking loud and clear. And the Lord, we constantly sounding like a broken record once again. But hey, man, we going to keep not silent until the Lord, bring the famine of the world. So we'll start off in, we know that we're very close to this great economic collapse. You know, we're seeing that America is finished. It's at the door. And also we know that the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness is so very close. We are very excited. Once again, let me stop rambling. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, we'll start here. And it reads, said, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And about it, so we already know once this they get everything into place with this brick allowance, we already know that the dollar is constantly collapsing. We know we read upon that great collapse. The end of the dollar is the end of America. We already know about this bank collapse. We already know the stock market. All these things are coming into play. Also hyperinflation, bank run. So this is gonna make everything that is sown right now is gonna be unsown. You know, it's gonna be all sorts of confusion, all sorts of disorder. You know, also we in that transition period to digital. We seeing it's getting ready to come into play. We seeing that the BRIC nations is on the rise. You know, BRICS it means Brazil, India, China, South America, you know, and many others are joining on with them. So we seeing that, you know, all these nations are done with the dollar. They're trying to bring the dollar down. You know, they tired of that, the hammer of the whole earth, having that type of rule over the entire earth. So you're seeing that we're in that transition of power. Also, the Lord is constantly making Esau bare left and right. So we're seeing it happening right before our eyes. Let's read this again. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22 said, and suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So when this time, when this dollar finally collapse, which in fact we know it's going to collapse, we know that, you know, everything will suddenly be found empty. You know, it's going to be a time of trouble that we never seen before. Also, the Lord is going to break the staff of the bread. Your necessity, your way of life is getting ready to change. This place is getting ready to be a third world country. Things are getting ready to go digital right before our eyes. This blockchain technology is right in our face. You know, it's right around the corner. So now let's go here to Ezekiel, a quick lesson through the Spirit. Ezekiel chapter 12. We'll start up at verse 24. Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 24. And it reads, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. So, you know, it's not going to be prolonged anymore. No more false prophecy. All the prophecies are lining up. Everything is more clear, more obvious right now. We're seeing it happening. You know, the Lord is getting ready to perform it. Verse 25 said, for I am the Lord, I will speak the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, says the Lord power. So the Lord word is not will return to him void. We seeing right now it's rolling out right before our eyes. Whether you believe or you don't believe, it is happening. One thing about it, as it is written, we're seeing it right now. The Lord is getting ready to execute it. There's no long prolong. There's no long delaying. One thing about it, we're seeing that time is constantly accelerate. These prophecies are just popping off the page. We cannot hardly keep on all of. Man, we are very, very close. It's right around the corner. Verse 26, it said, again, the word of the Lord came to me saying, verse 27, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he sees is for many days to come. And he prophesies of times that are far off. So we seeing it right now. We still have a lot of people say, this is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. But it's happening right before your eyes. So all the gains here, all the unbelief, all the scoffing and mock is getting ready to be a thing of the past. All the people that's in the house of myrrh, in the house of fool, they're getting ready to be made out of a fool, very soon. And one thing about it is in that day, they shall know that a prophet was among them. And the men of the Lord will constantly warn you left and right. And one thing about, hey, is, they keep saying, oh, this is many days old. This is not going to happen in my lifetime. Constantly relaxing in their lead, still and not considered. And these evils are constantly growing all around us, left and right. And we seeing that, we are here, man. All hell is getting ready to break loose. Verse 28, he said, therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. So now, let's read this in the NLT, in the blue letter. Let's go to the blue letter, all right, quick. Let's get a little bit more clarification. It's a little bit more plainer here, bring out for more edification purpose. Ezekiel 12 in the NLT, the blue letter, and it reads that there will be no more false vision and flattering prediction in Israel. So it ain't gonna be no more a person bringing out all some false information, because the truth is being declared. The Lord is what making it plain upon table. It's at the end it shall speak and not lie. This is what's happening right now. No more false vision. No more delaying. The Lord is constantly making it clearer and clear. Also, the Lord is removing the covering cast. Verse 25 said, For I am the Lord. If I say it, it will happen. There will be no more delays for you rebels of Israel. I will fulfill my threats of destruction in your lifetime. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. Man, that is powerful. We're going to read this again. So it won't be no more delays. The Lord is getting ready to make it happen. The Lord is not going to be playing any game. The Lord said, I come not to bring peace, but a sword. So all these two-thirds, all these games, also these heathen, and also the head of these heathen is Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. The Lord is getting ready to show up and show out. He's getting ready to bring forth that judgment, that indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's read this again. In the NLT, once again, verse 25 said, For I am the Lord. So if I say it, it will happen. There will be no more delays. You rebels of Israel, that rebellious house that did not want to return, the two-thirds, I will fulfill my threats of destruction, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua in your lifetime. In this, in the latter day, we're living right now in the last day. The end is being manifest right before your eyes. We're living in the end time, real time. So I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken, the Almighty, the Most High. Verse 26 said, Then this message came to me from the Lord. Verse 27, Son of man, the people of Israel are saying, he talking about the distant future. His vision or prophecy or the signs of the time won't come true for a long time. So that's, they saying it right now. A lot of people are scoffing and mocking, saying, man, they said this yesterday. All the time when I say about my lesson, I say, we're sounding like a broken record. He keeps saying this over and over. Man, what are you talking about? This ain't nothing happening. It's still sunshine there. This is the quiet before the storm. And one thing about it, the Lord said he will come like a thief in the night. So a lot of people, when this happens, it's going to happen on a regular day while you're at work. You could be at home, sleep. All of a sudden, bam. When they say peace and peace and safe, that's when these things gonna come upon us. So that's where it's gonna be a trap and a snare for a lot of people. While you're sleeping, the devil's constantly getting busy. Also, what Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, he's getting ready to get busy. We constantly warn you, left and right. Let's read this again, verse 27. It says, "Son of man, the people of Israel are saying he's talking about the distant future. His vision or prophecies or signs of the time won't come true for a long time." Hey, boy. Hey, man, I'm telling you, our people, our people scoffing and mock, still is despising the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai until the Lord bring that sword. Sword goes into what? Judgment. Verse 28 says, "Therefore tell them this is what the sovereign Lord says. No more delays. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the servant Lord, have spoken." Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So, hey, man, the Lord is going to make it plain upon table. It's going to be clear. It's going to be, it's going to be perfectly clear in that day when the Lord show up. When the Lord show up, there will be no more talk. You constantly scoffing and mock. You constantly not believe. You're constantly doing all sorts of wickedness and nonsense, all sorts of abomination, things that are displeasing to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is getting ready to execute judgment. Judgment is now at hand. It's getting ready to escalate. It's getting ready to increase. A time of trouble that we have never seen before. Jacob's trouble. It is at the door. And once again, there's going to be a lot of confusion. A lot of people went, "Oh, I don't have any money. What is I'm going to do?" Bank run. People going to be ripping and running in the street. Vexation of spirit. You know what I'm saying? Great depth, great mourning, great sorrow. Even though, once again, we'll sound like a broken record, but we do not give a damn. One thing about it, the Lord is going to get ready to close up the mouthpiece. And one thing about it, we want those two-thirds, all these wicked rebels, to keep that same energy. But the Lord is getting ready to make it perfectly clear. We cannot wait. So now, let's go to our last and final script. Let's go back to the King James Version. We'll close out just a quick lesson through the Spirit. And once again, I hope that you will get edified. Rejoice ye heaven, the Lord's coming, man. The Lord is coming. We are so very excited. Ecclesiasticus, we'll close out here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 7 said, "Make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance." Verse 8 says, "Set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity." One thing about it, don't delay. A lot of our people still are playing games. A lot of people are still in the house of myrrh, still don't know who they are, still don't know who they true power is, and also still don't know what time that we're living in. And the Lord is getting ready to show up and show out. He's getting ready to make it plain upon table. You get ready in that day, you get ready to find out who your true power is, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is right around the corner. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.